it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand away. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
All right, here we go on a nice little Tuesday show. Timmy Hall, the Boatman, back there running things on the update desk. And our guy, Tyvis Powell, here with us tonight. Good to see you, Tyvis. Good to see you working today.
This is a nice jacket that you have on here. It must have cost you a fortune.
This one was a gift.
Oh.
It was a gift.
Yeah,
this was from the Common Man. It was a birthday gift one year.
That is a nice.
It is pretty sharp,
great
right?
Taste in style in jackets.
Yeah, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, good way to check out the show. Also, if you're not at the radio or if you end your drive during our show and you flip over, you can see what we're wearing. I always like to see the fit checks, right? It's like we're a couple NFL dudes walking through the locker room. What was your attire like when you were going to games? Like, how did you like to dress it up a little bit more? Or were you more casual?
I was definitely more casual. I don't get me wrong. Now I had some moments, where I put some stuff together, but I wasn't like
I
wasn't like a suit guy. I wasn't like a suit guy. I was like a good fashionable guy. Well, to be honest with you, my wife was my stylist, so it was like a nice casual.
We talking
outfit.
like nice jeans or like a different kind of pant with a nice
this was
top?
I was a nice jean.
Nice jeans. Would you ever wear like a sport coat type of thing or sweaters or what would it be?
I wear sweaters. I do stuff like that. But I
nice watch, nice chain.
No, I'm not a jewelry guy. Have you never noticed?
You're wearing I guess you're wearing an Apple Watch. Yeah,
yeah.
You have a chain.
Yeah, it's always tucked away.
You wear one, so you're wearing jewelry.
That's it.
All right, yeah. It's not a lot.
Rubber and Apple Watch.
All right.
And a rubber band.
You look good with a nice watch.
One day I'll get a Rolex one day.
That would be nice.
Nice
it?
Rolex.
That'd be quite a symbol.
When I hit the lotto and I give you and Bodie $1 million a piece out of that, out of my winnings, I'll make sure I get me a Rolex with that money.
If I win, depending on how much I win, like just say put a number on, say you get $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what you get after the taxes.
I take 50 of it and put it away and store it for my kids. The other 50, we'll see. We could do whatever.
I'm giving you more than $1 million. If I win 100,
I just need one.
No, you're getting 5.
That's okay. I'll take it. But I mean I'll be set.
5 for you and Bodie.
I'll be set.
So that's 10. That's 10 mil. I still got $90 million cash.
What are you gonna do with all that money?
Where are you gonna put money that big?
It's ridiculous.
No, we're not showing.
That cash wouldn't fit in our yard.
It's not going in our yard, Russ.
They're still here, Tyvis. The references are still here. Not going to die.
There's always Bodie.
Oh, man. We've got so much coming up this week, and it's all heading to the game on Friday, the Cotton Bowl Classic in Dallas. They got some weather that's rolling in there.
They'll be fine.
They will be fine. Hopefully they get there early on Thursday, though.
I mean, all the Buckeye fans will be there fine. This ain't nothing new to them. They're probably leaving this weather and going down there and be like, we know how to handle that.
Yeah, I got to hammer this down, though. I know people know this by now, but is the team, have you heard, is the team leaving tomorrow or Thursday morning?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
I would imagine
But
tomorrow.
people know. Yeah, the fact remains, though, they're not going out there as early as teams used to for bowl preparation. You're staying home mostly. And I think that's a nice change-up. Would you prefer what they're getting to do here, where most of the prep... Now, you've seen from watching press conferences that the college football playoff, and you saw it even for the Ohio State home game, that was a home game in quotations because the CFP had a lot of control over how things went. And even when they're at the Woody, you have to see like the Rose Bowl logos and the backdrop and the college football playoff. But still, you don't have to go out a week ahead of time and do all this hoopla and all these events and fan events before the bowl game.
I don't feel like you need that many days. You mean like 2 or 3. Like even I think when we went to the Orange Bowl or the Fiesta Bowl, I feel like we was only there for like 2 or 3 days. Like, that was it. That's all you really need, because anything longer, it gets played out. People start getting in trouble. They might be doing some stuff they ain't supposed to be doing. So I think 2 or 3 days is good because it keeps you prepped and you still are eager to get to the game. I think that, like, the only biggest thing for me is if it's a time adjustment. Like, if you got to, like, going to Pasadena, like, getting your body used to 3-hour difference, like, that's something that you need to go out early for. But Texas, they just on Central Time? It's only an hour difference, so they'll be fine.
So I've been seeing a lot of talk about one area where people are wondering, are the Ohio State wide receivers going to be able to cook at the level that they've been cooking when they see some of these talented Texas defensive backs? You got Jahdae Barron in the backfield for Texas. You got some good DBs back there, and your eyes tell the answer, because that's where I am too. If you're going to try to look for areas where Texas might have a bit of an advantage, but people that have watched Texas and covered Texas, and some folks out there in the college football world are wondering, will the Buckeye receivers be able to do what they've been doing these last 2 games against the Texas secondary? I think they will. You clearly think they will, because you're giving me quite a face.
Because it's ridiculous. Like, it's funny how people be reaching like this.
Good.
When you see this team, it's so overwhelming that you like, there's no way that they could be like that good.
He's the Thorpe Award winner. He did win the Thorpe.
Yeah, as a safety, unless you have a corner that is like Champ Bailey, Charles Woodson, Richard Sherman, Deion.
Like best ever.
You got somebody like that right now in college? All right, we can have that conversation.
What about like a Denzel Ward, Marshawn Lattimore level guys?
It's a height difference there. Like, I think Denzel would struggle in college
against Jeremiah Smith, because he's 6'3" and a man.
Now, Marshawn, you could talk me into the Marshawn. Marshawn would play him really well. I think Marshawn would be really good against.
Like, to get him healthy.
I know.
Getting him with the Commanders. He's appeared in 1 game.
He's always had them.
Come on, Marshawn.
What is his hamstring?
Yeah.
It's always been.
It's been his hamstring
since Ohio State. It's been his hamstring.
Let's go, Marshawn.
Tim.
It's a long way from the heart.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, they play Mike Evans this weekend. That'll be Lattimore against...
They do.
Yeah, Lattimore against Mike Evans.
I hope he suits up.
I hope he suits up.
They got beef.
They're both going to get ejected.
But no, I think, to be honest with you, I do, in all seriousness, I do think that Texas, I think they'll play them tough. I think they'll make some plays. Like, from this point on, we haven't seen anybody make a play on the ball when Jeremiah Smith has been targeted. I will give them credit and say they will make a play on the ball, obviously, to get them going. But I don't like stopping him. I don't think you can, because I think Chip Kelly's doing a wonderful job of scheming him open.
Tyvis, did you see the end of that basketball game last night, or were you long gone?
I was long gone.
For that 3-hour basketball game that tipped off at 9. Buckeyes survive agagst Minnesota on the road.
First of all, when I was watching, before I went to bed, I said to myself, they going to lose this game. Oh, yeah. I was watching.
Everybody I was texting with, we'd already written it up. It was done.
I said it was at like I think I went to see it at like the 6 or 5 minute mark. And I was like, I think they was down by like 4 points. I said, they going to lose this game. And Tim is going to go insane.
Oh, no. This was the and one. John Mobley is struggling since he's gone into the starting lineup. We know that. Yeah. He's not knocking down shots. He's going to need to find it. This play to Royal to set him up at the end of regulation.
Mobley slides to the left point, 8 on the shot clock. Mobley high on the left, dribbling. Switches hands, fakes, throws in the lane. Underneath, Royal dunks it right at the rim. Devin Royal to tie the game.
And a foul.
Oh, wow. Devin Royal threw it down with 2 hands and draws a Minnesota foul. With 5 seconds left, he has tied the game with that basket. And they call the foul on Dawson Garcia, his 5th.
And that was it for Minnesota's best player, who did not have a good offensive game. So he was gone for both overtimes. But before you go, this was the crazy sequence at the end of regulation before this one went to wild double overtime, how Royal had the shot at the free throw line.
Devin Royal handed the ball to the foul line. Sophomore, couple of bounces, fires, and he misses. Rebound comes out. Glover has it in the left corner. Fires a jumper. Glover, no good. Tipped in the lane. Mahaffey, no good. And we will go to overtime.
The look that Mahaffey had. Paul Keel's on the call there. Great stuff. Mm-hmm. Mahaffey was right in front of the basket to end that. It's like, buddy, can you make a bucket, please?
He was nervous.
Of course he was.
It's hard.
We were all
the
nervous.
easy shots is the hardest ones.
And then at the end,
You know what? He about George Hill this thing. Devin Worrell did.
George Hill.
Everybody blamed J.R. Smith, but if George Hill just make the free throw, we wouldn't even be in this mess.
Well, the end of the first overtime, it was crazy because the Buckeyes rebound the ball down 2 because Minnesota cannot hit free throws. And Caden Betts from Minnesota inexplicably obviously it wasn't the plan. It was a mistake, horrible mistake. He fouled John Mobley 60 feet from the basket with 4 seconds left, just screaming up the court. It was just going to be maybe not a heave, but it was just going to be a desperate drive and try to score. He messed up.
Clearly.
It was a wrong move.
He blew the game.
And Mobley, clutch, free throws, knocked him down, got him to double overtime, and they won. So there you go. Buckeyes move on. I guess we now know who to blame if Quinn Ewers has a great game and beats us. We'll hear from him. We keep getting ready for the Buckeyes and Longhorns on Friday night. That's next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Tweet from a listener. Are you carrying the Buckeye game today? Considering we've never not carried one, yes. The answer is yes. The Fan.
Hey, folks, it's game day, and the betting's going to be intense, Drew.
You said it, Dave, but a good pregame routine keeps betting responsible.
That's right. You got to pause before you play.
Good call. Sports betting is hot, but it can be risky.
And pausing to set limits is an all-star move.
That's right, Dave. If you bet on sports, pause before you play to set limits, recognize the risk, and know when to stop.
Learn more at pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Healthcare.gov has plans for health because you have plans for life. All plans cover doctor visits and emergency care to keep you and your family running strong. All plans cover hospital stays and prescriptions so you can have peace of mind. Visit healthcare.gov to explore health plans from the brands you know. 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Final deadline to enroll is January 15th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get 1 juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, 1 original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
I love the neighborhood where I grew up, but it was tough.
Ohio State championship quarterback Cardale Jones.
Football helped me find my direction, but I also needed the right support system. I remember seeing that CareSource heart around town and just knowing they had my back. That's the kind of difference they still make in neighborhoods like mine. And that means the world to so many children today. My name is Cardale Jones, and I was a CareSource kid.
CareSource, your Medicaid, your choice. Visit caresource.com/Medicaid.
Get ready, Buckeye fans. Donato's just added something special to the pizza playbook. Introducing Donato's new Block O pizza. Donato's golden thin crust cut in that trademark Block O shape, loaded with crispy pepperoni, smoked provolone cheese, and Buckeye Spirit. It's the perfect pizza for game day or any day in Buckeye country. Now get a Block O pizza for just $10 with any pizza purchase. Order today with the Donato's app or at donatos.com.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit BuckeyeKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
Don't miss a minute of the Ohio State football postseason presented by CareSource, Kroger, and State Farm. Celebrate the culmination of the 2024 season with all of Buckeye Nation and follow along on the official athletic site from the opening postseason kickoff to the final whistle in Atlanta. We have you covered. It's the 2024 Ohio State football postseason presented by CareSource, Kroger, and State Farm. Visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/postseason central now for more information. Go Bucks!
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, a brisk finish, and a couple of flakes out there on this Tuesday. Temperatures only in the mid-20s, wind chills in the teens. Overnight, we'll fall back down to the teens, with temperatures warming up only to the mid-20s on Wednesday afternoon, with scattered clouds and snow showers later in the day into Wednesday night. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The show where we pay people extra to host with Timmy Hall. This is the Buckeye Show.
Yes, and tonight, that lucky man who works so hard, he's not going to be working at all tomorrow, though. He wishes he was. That's Tyvis Powell. By the way, we told you about how we're on YouTube. You know, every single show can be downloaded at your convenience right after it's done. 5 or 10 minutes. Give it a few. And then our man Bodie loads it up there. Anywhere you get your audio, download, subscribe to the Buckeye Show podcast. We got some fun coming up for our coverage of Ohio State and Texas, don't we?
Yes, I'm looking at this right now. The Buckeyes are chasing the championship. Don't miss a moment this Friday. Join the Fan pregame show this Friday afternoon from 2 to 4. Also airing on 10 TV and 10 Plus.
How about that?
Followed by the Fan tailgate show at 4 p.m. And we're not stopping there because we love the fans just so much. You get extended coverage from 6:30 to 7 p.m. on 10 TV. The best Buckeye coverage is sponsored by Logan Services, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Catch it all on the Fan, 10 TV, and stream it on 10 TV Plus. Go Bucks!
Yes! That's awesome.
You do a great job. Then you do a great job, Bodie. What a hype man Tyvis Powell is.
Yeah, actually.
Woo! I want to watch or listen.
Yeah, me too, Timmy. On that subject, Elizabeth jumps in the chat room, and I actually don't know the answer to this question, but I think you will, Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was the case for the last game there, and I assume it's the case again that you cannot we cannot stream this game on our app and whatnot because ESPN owns the rights to it. Yeah.
Yes.
So you can listen to Paul and Jim on the radio, but it has to be direct radio, right? It can't be on our website or app.
I will. I'm hoping to have something more for you later in this week about our post game, though, because I know that was an issue, and we are going to try to get it to where Beam and I, you'll still be able to hear our immediate, like our extended post game coverage when it's done. It'll be late, but we know we'll have a lot of people that are still riding high, and like I'm hoping, like I expect that this is going to be a big Buckeye victory.
Could be riding high or crashing low, Tim.
Right? Yeah, you just don't know how you be.
We better not
We're
be.
good. We're good.
I got to do a post-game show, and I will be. I might shed a tear if they lose. I'm not gonna lie. I'm too committed now. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
I think it's going to be good, man. I think it's going to be good. So, quarterback matchup in this game obviously is going to be a big focal point. How Will Howard continues to play. If he is this guy that's going to push the ball downfield, if he's going to throw the ball as well as he's been throwing it, and like we talked here when Adam King was in the studio last night, and we're talking about Emmanuel Acho's crazy thing that he said about how Will Howard's by far the worst quarterback left. What an idiotic thing to say. Just an idiotic take to have.
He did it for clicks.
Watching these games.
He did it for clicks.
Yeah, it's too bad. And there I pumped it up again. But like we said, he's got bigger problems with what's going on at FS1 than just that. Will Howard is pushing the ball downfield, and he's just had so many good throws, high-level throws in these football games. And he's now got it down to where he's going to put the ball high and away or in a position where his guy, Jeremiah Smith, and sometimes even in some traffic or when he's well covered because he knows he's that good. And if I throw this ball in an NFL-type spot, he's going to go up and make an NFL-type catch, and we're going to get 20 or 30 yards out of this.
I think that's where we've seen Will grow at. And I think it's come with the fact that he trusts his guys. You know, we talked about it and it started back in spring ball. If you watch him in spring ball, he was like, that throw was kind of
Yeah,
but Jeremiah Smith went up and just made a heck of a play. And now it's to the point where, because he talked a lot about how when he got here, they taught him, like, he said, to the natural person, to the casual fan, that's not open. But Coach Day and them and Chip is saying, no, you throw him open. He's open. You got to throw it to him a certain way. I think he's got that swag to him now. It's like, I know my guy going to make this play. I just got to give him a chance. I got to put it over there and give him a chance. And he knows that these guys are going to make the play more times than not. You've seen Jeremiah Smith jump up over 3 guys and make a catch. You've seen the wonderful catch that Emeka Egbuka had over 3 guys right in the bread basket. That guy actually had a hand on that ball.
I know.
But he just made a better play on it. So he knows that he's like, I didn't have this at K-State. That's probably why he got so much confidence that he could finally beat Texas. I didn't have these type of guys at K-State, but I'm not going to stop them. I'm going to put the ball in the spot and allow these guys to make a play.
Yeah, I would think what you said too about the swag, I would think that's a big thing. It's what would give you the confidence that you could do this for your job forever or until you get too old where your body breaks down. But you know what I mean? To do this and make a lot of money at the NFL is when you can just look down the field and you know your guys and you start hitting those. The familiarity with your receivers when you hit the back shoulder throws, I think that's one piece, like one elemental piece of being one of the best in the world to do it. Yeah. I don't think any of us really give those throws enough credit, like when they happen. Because some of the guys in the NFL level, they do that so often with their top-notch receivers like Burrow and Chase, the familiarity they have to make that work. When you do those, but when you can start hitting guys when they don't look like they're open because you are putting it in such a fine place, such a box.
He's got touch on the ball. His touch on the ball has improved tremendously. Now, he can't be scared against this secondary from Texas. Even though, I tell you what, this Texas, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. I'm like 80% sure that they lead the country in takeaways. So, you got to be a little bit careful because if you throw it in triple coverage, these guys might have the ability to catch it.
So we look at Quinn Ewers, and when it's, breaking down the numbers, Quinn Ewers, 3,189 yards, 29 touchdown passes, 11 interceptions, 66.5%. So Will Howard has a sizable advantage in the numbers right there. We go to Quinn, though, and we know he used to be here at Ohio State. Quite a storyline for this one. He talked about his time at Ohio State with the Buckeyes.
Learned a lot while I was there under, Coach Day and CJ, and just that whole room was awesome to be around, and super thankful for that time that I got to spend there. And like I said, I learned a whole lot, so I don't regret any decision I made on going or anything like that. So, but the main reason I went was I felt like I had a great relationship with the coaching staff, and they were winning a lot of games, and I wanted to go be a part of something like that.
And again, if you notice in there, a lot of talk about Coach Day and CJ, and he mentioned more, quarterbacks that he was there with. He expanded on that. So if you're looking for someone to maybe link to, it was his first stop in college football. Like, that's where he got the fire, right? Mm-hmm. And then going back to Texas, you see the way things are operating at Ohio State and how Ryan Day coaches quarterbacks and the talent in that room. It kind of gives you that push.
What I really learned from the guys in that room is really how to be a college quarterback and kind of what it takes to be a college quarterback, from preparing in the film room and taking that on to practice. And then ultimately the game.
And obviously I say that in jest. It ain't going to be any blame towards Ohio State, but this guy got started here with the Buckeyes. We all know that. And he was going to figure it out sooner or later. You're going to Texas. You got to perform. Like, you better have figured out what it takes to be a college quarterback. Yeah. But he did. He got to see it here. What better place to see it than at Ohio State?
And I think he got in, it was a Michigan State game. I think he got in. I don't know if he threw a pass. He might have handed the ball off. But he got to be in there and see 100,000 fans and all those things. And I think it was some great pride of learning under CJ, because CJ obviously was a really talented quarterback.
Yeah, it is a pretty sizable difference when you look at it in the numbers. With the games played, Will Howard, 3,490 yards, 72.6% completion percentage. That is really accurate. 32 touchdown passes to 9 picks. Like, with the games left, he's gonna maybe take a peek at 40 touchdown passes.
Oh, yeah.
With all the games, he's at 32. He's not gonna get it. He's gonna take a look at it, though.
Yeah. He had to get 4 in this one, 4 in the Natty.
The number that really jumps off the page is Jeremiah Smith. Now, going to be approaching 1,300 receiving yards, and he's already at 14 touchdown grabs.
I wonder what's the most in this single season.
Ohio State's single season record?
Yeah.
I think it's yours. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba.
What do you have, 15?
Like 1,600.
And
it was because of the Rose Bowl. He had like 340. He had the single game record, and then he shattered the season record. Maybe not shattered, because I assume Terry Glenn, David Boston, guys like them in the mid-90s were really, really far up there. But that's what it is. So, yes, indeed. Tomorrow, we are going to have some good stuff here. We know at 6 o'clock, the network guys, Skip, Jim Lachey, Paul Keels and company, they will have the Cotton Bowl preview show. Then they're going to be right on their way to Dallas to get you guys ready for the game. Some Buckeye flavor tomorrow. Bishop and Friends at 10:30. Jake Trotter, ESPN's national college football writer. I'm sure they're going to talk a lot of good Cotton Bowl things as well. Let's beat the Penguins in Pittsburgh tonight. What do you say? First time in 15 tries? Let's do it.
Let's do it. I like it.
Let's do it. We agree. Me and Tyva say they're going to get it done. End that streak. Jackets hockey in Pittsburgh coming up next on The Fan.
Attention, Buckeye Nation. Get ready and grab a Coors Light to cheer on our Ohio State Buckeyes as we fight for a spot in the championship. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are us. No more mess, no more fuss. Transform your bathroom by Bands are us. Immerse yourself in luxury. So fresh and so clean. Your personal oasis just as you dream. Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are.
Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate.